Hi everyone. It's been a few weeks since my last video, and I just wanted to talk about just things that have been on my mind. As far as the last video is concerned, I have been getting on my grind, doing the things I want to do. Been getting closer to my goals that I've set for myself. As far as using my talents to benefit the service of the Lord, I'm working on my site now. It's going good. It should be up very soon, actually, and then I have all the information about that. But the most important part of me doing that is benefiting the poor, because that's very important in the work of God. So I want to actually go out myself and give food and just things to the poor, that they might need and stuff. And I want that to be funded by my site and what I sell. And I feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. That's what I feel like. I'm trying to be still and really listen and let the Spirit lead me. And I think I'm doing that. As far as my calling goes, I don't know if when you know what your calling is, you're like, this is my calling. You will have this epiphany of the Spirit that's like, there's no doubt about it, this is my calling. People's calling are it's this very big topic when it comes to Christian life, and people go years and years and decades before they know what their calling is. So the most important thing is, I think, is to keep seeking God and what He's all about, and that everything else will come. It will come. So I'm not in a rush. I'm not stressed out or anything. I'm still taken care of. God is going to always take care of me, so it's nothing I'm worried about. I wanted to also mention that in my family, I'm the only person, not the only person, but I say the most diverse in my gospel music. And a really controversial one is hip-hop, because, some people feel like hip-hop has no place in the church, that it's a worldly thing, and, that's all there is to it. But, I did a couple videos on music and stuff, and something that I really appreciate about gospel hip-hop and hip-hop form is that, the message, they can get so much more out there, and a big difference between gospel hip hop and any other type of music is that they're singing and it's about the harmonies, and the message as well, but it's basically giving God praise and giving people inspiration with these nice melodies and harmonies and whatnot. But hip-hop gospel has a way of telling a story about a person's breakthrough. It has a way of explaining the things of the Spirit and things of God in a way that I've never heard in any other music. It might not be your cup of tea, because everybody's culturally different. Everybody likes different things. So as far as hip-hop gospel goes, if you've never liked hip-hop, I don't see why you would start liking it because of whatever it is I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. But to those who have appreciated, the type of music that hip hop is, and to have God preach in that way is something very powerful. I think it's powerful. It's powerful to me. As I'm becoming more mature in my Christianity, the things that they talk about in these songs, it's just I can relate to that. Or it's just wow, that's the Spirit right there. That's when you know it's you know what, that's the same message I've been given to to my heart by the Spirit of God. It's the same thing these guys are saying, or girls, because I have some songs with some female hip hop artists on it too, and it's really a blessing, quite honestly. I just wanted to talk about that because there's a message there. The Spirit is there. I believe totally. I totally believe that. Some other stuff that's been going on with me is like my boldness. In my church, we had revival a few months ago, I think in June, July, August, September. Yeah, a few months ago. And our topic was boldness in the Word. And so ever since then, I've been praying about boldness. And I've been put in situations where I should have been bold, and I could have been bold, and I wasn't. The word that we used, and I'm going to try to see if I can get it and like put it in the description, but it talked about not forcing it. It talked about knowing the Word of God, and in that being, calm but assertive, and telling what God is all about, because there's a lot of lies out there about God, and like, that kind of stuff. So I thought at that time that I should have made sure I knew my word before I can go out and tell people about it, because of whatever. But it's not just telling people about the Word of God. It's still being bold in what you believe in and the things that you decide to do because of what you believe. And so the situations that I was put in was like at work, when I worked at my old job, like a couple of people, and like on the same day, a couple of people asked me what I was listening to, because I'd be at my desk working, have my headphones in, and they're like, "Oh, what you listening to?" And my iPod is full of gospel music. There's nothing else on there. Like a long time ago, not that long ago, but I deleted all my other music that wasn't like helping me out at all, and all I have on my iPod is gospel, maybe a few love songs. And so I'm like, music, and they're like, okay, I see what kind of conversation. That's their facial expression was like, okay, I see you don't really want to tell me what you're listening to. And I felt bad about that. And it happened twice in one day, and I said the same thing. I was like, music. And then it's like, what is there to be ashamed about? I believe it, I love God, and I want people to know. So another thing, it was something else that I did, or that I could have been bold about. I don't remember what it is. But anyway, and then recently I've got, and it happens like in droves. So recently, Labor Day is coming up. It's on Monday, and I used to go to the Labor Day parade all the time. And now, like, a few people have been asking me, like, maybe like 4 or 5 people, am I going to the parade this year, blah, 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 blah. And I've decided already I'm not going. I'm not doing that this year, because that's not where I'm supposed to be. And when people ask me, I'm like, oh, I'm not doing that this year, because, I'm not really into that no more. Oh, and when I went to Florida with my family, they went out to party and stuff. And my aunt asked me, oh, why you didn't go with them? And I'm like, I'm not, I don't do that kind of stuff. Instead of saying I'm saved and, that's not what I want to do, being specific about it. And so one morning it just dawned on me that maybe I should write a message to people, letting them know, what I'm all about, why am I different, what I'm doing. And so I went on Facebook and I wrote